Sound travels very well in water. A loud human cry can be heard a half a mile, but when a whale says something, it can be heard 50 miles away. Do you believe that? 50 miles away.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm trying to teach her something. We're in school. See, school right over there. And I was reading about whales and dolphins, okay? I'm not taking on and off a Darth Vader outfit. I have a purpose in life.
What Darth Vader outfit?
No, quit your blubbering, all right? I want to know about whales.
I like whales.
Yeah? Well done.
Kensil Culture, Puppets, Props, Puns, Podcasts.
Hey, we're well done right here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to introduce you right over here to the CEO of CORN. You know him as Mr. John Kensil of Kensil Culture. Here he is. Here's John Kensil.
Hey, Wid, thank you very much for checking on our show tonight. Make sure you tell your friends, subscribe, check it out. We have tons of videos, hilarious antics. Check things out. And I'm here with the legendary Wid, and this is also called the fun John Kensil show called Kensil Culture.
Yeah.
Wid and I had a nice adventure last week. We went to a thing called ZoloCon. Z-O-L-O.
Nerd Central. I loved it. It was nice to see people who look like they have no purpose in life be very, very scientific about their science fiction and their little fantasy stuff. And it was wonderful to see. John actually dressed up as Darth Vader, and I did the voice of Darth, and he just did. And then he was after that he was CPO 3PO.
Remember that Don Rickles show, C3PO Sharky? But
Oh yeah. See now. Look, the tide is turning, okay? And right over here, look, here we go. Look, it's going out with the tide.
Good God. Well, this is a neat thing. It's called ZoloCon, all right?
Oh, it was nice. And the place that they had it, what was it called?
The Cornhole Academy.
No, it was Fuge.
Yes.
Okay, like Centrifuge, because it was the training ground and the room where they trained astronauts and fighter pilots how to have G-forces. So they had one of those James Bond centrifuges.
It's like it's a neat place. It's up in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, sort of Warrington up that way. But it's an Air Force base.
It was it was old school technology. You can see that they haven't used it in a long time, and it's now an event space, and it was very cool.
Really neat. If you look online too, they have a website where they have weddings there. They have concerts. Someone's doing a comedy show there. Mm-hmm. But like Wid said, it was an old NASA or Air Force testing ground. In fact, they have a room set up. It's probably about as big as a studio, but it has all the old monitors and stuff you see like in a TV movie or 1960s space movie, like the space moon landing that was faked.
The moon landing that was faked by
Kubrick.
By Kubrick, right. Okay.
But it's really neat to have it's the old monitors, like your early government computer stuff. They have a room full of all the styrofoam cups, because when a spaceship was going to crash, and there's always a guy in a white shirt going, "May God help us."
I mean, there were actual pictures of when it was in use, and it looks very Cold War-ish, okay? But the people who were there, this was all fantasy and comic books, and it wasn't too much of the... It wasn't too much of the, sort of no Barbies. There were no Barbies there, okay? It was like more of a G.I. Joe crowd, okay?
It was, anime, and
A
other
lot
stuff.
of anime, which, Astro Boy is as far as I go on anime. I mean, it's not bad if you get into it. A lot of people like it.
And it's really neat because if there's, you can't call them dolls. They're figurines, figures.
Well, that's that goes back.
But that whole world of stuff they have. But there's also like wrestling dolls, Star Wars stuff, Frankenstein dolls, and T-shirts.
Not too much Star Trek stuff. I guess that gets thing. But there was like walls, giant walls, just filled with like different characters, and show them what you got there.
This is from Morganti Studios. This was called Hugo, the Doll of a Thousand Faces, Man of a Thousand Faces, right? Now,
a thousand faces and no hair.
Yes. Well, in the 70s, it came out like 1974, 75. There used to be a commercial on TV for this doll. It looks like Yul Brynner. I've brought on the show several times before.
And one of our heroes, Uncle Floyd, God bless him.
Yes.
Uncle Floyd used to have him on the show. He was Hugo on the show, right?
No.
And he would dance to different things.
Floyd would be playing the piano. And under the piano, he comes and starts just dancing around like Uncle Floyd. It was very funny. And after
we love Uncle Floyd, and
good guy.
Go see him.
Pee Wee Herman, who just went to Ha Ha Heaven, in his act, he would have this doll out, and he was a hypnotist. He'd be like, "You're getting very sleepy. You're getting very sleepy," right? And it was a funny bit. But
what a universal doll that is. I mean,
I should bring the whole thing in, but it was called Man of a Thousand Faces because it was for what do you call it, like a makeup Hollywood makeup guy.
It was like Mr. Potato Head human.
Yes.
Okay. And
you're right. It's a weird concept to sell kids in the 70s, but he had a scar, he has a wig, fang teeth, buck teeth, an eye patch. It's just little kids would just dress him up. And I remember as a kid, it stunk because they had that cheesy glue that could be wiped off. But this goes back to what we were originally talking about, the Fuge.
And that's like one of 1,000. There's a couple others like in box and stuff.
Oh.
How much did you pay for this one?
Well, I have a hard time haggling.
Yes, I do too.
But my friend, he's a cop. He's got iron cojones. He has no problem at all, and it's very simple. Here's a tip from your old Uncle Johnny here.
This is a tip for you, flea marketers, thrift stores, or anywhere you can. The bargain society is out there.
This is probably the most simple, important advice ever.
And what would your tip be, Mr. Kensil?
I don't like haggling with people, right? Well, the guy wanted $75 for this, and I've seen it actually online for like $400 or $500. Like the Oogie puppets, Oogie figures I get. I see them going for a lot of money, a real lot. And when the shit goes down. That's my retirement plan. All right.
You can trade that for a couple chocolate bars, some nylons, maybe a cup of coffee.
Years ago, it was beaver pelts and clamshells. It's these puppets and dolls. Anyway, so the guy wanted $75 for it, right? And I'm like, it's probably worth more than that. Well, I don't like haggling, so my deal is I had my stepson Ryan, a kid I helped raise.
Very nice kid. Very, but he was up for haggling.
Right.
You don't haggle in your family, and
here's the simple. The simple thing. And I see my friend Sean do it also. So I won $75 for it. I whispered in Ryan's ear. I said, "Here, say this sentence to the guy," and it had a tag on it. It was $75 right there. A tag. He just goes, "How much do you want for that $30 doll?" Right? And the guy goes, "All right, I'll take it. My wife's going to scream at me if I don't come up with something." He Presbyterian the guy down from $75 to $30. All right.
How does that? Right? He Presbyterian? There's a Methodist to his madness, I guess.
I've seen my friend do it at flea markets. There was a guy selling a lawnmower for $100 and has like a tag $100 on it. And my friend Sean will go, "What do you want for that $50 lawnmower?" Guy goes, "All right, I'll take it." Because it's not like you're what's a Fabergé.
It's psychological, folks. Yeah. It's psychological. You have to put that lower price in their head. I hated doing that. That's why I got out of I hated doing that. That's why I got out of the thrift store business. Because you had to gyp old people and out of stuff. And now that I'm an old person.
Well, something about that too is the more you do it, you get used to it.
John, it's your birthday pretty soon, isn't it?
But that's the next show.
Oh, okay.
But it's my birthday
the next
show.
thing, we are counting down to John Kensil's birthday, okay? It's not every day a kid turns 30, okay?
Yes,
and now you're going to have to take a little responsibility about how you dress and, and the people that you hang around with and, and that habit of yours of buying Fonzie dolls.
Oh, yeah. By the way, too, is I am 30 years old. I don't count those years. I was in the WNBA. But they had a Fonzie doll there, and they also had a Boss Hogg doll, which was really at this thing called Zog. Also, too, there's another one coming up again.
Okay.
There, this place is really neat. They're doing comedy shows, and you said yourself that'd be a great place to do a comedy show. Very. But we go there, and my joke was about the Zolocon because it's like sci-fi and horror, right? I
That's
also
a good
said
joke.
too.
Good joke.
In 9 months from now, no babies are going to be born because they're nerds.
Like at rock concerts, 9 months later, 8 babies are
He was a
born.
Woodstock baby. He was a WrestleMania baby.
That's why the most people are born in September
That's right.
than any other month.
New Year's Eve,
And
baby.
most people, and serial killers are most Virgos, okay?
I've heard
so
that.
watch out for your Virgo friends. And John's a Virgo, I'm a Virgo.
I bet there was a handful of mass murderers there too. But what's neat? You might go, I'm not in that stuff. That's all weird stuff. But they'll go home and watch Shawshank Redemption 15 times in a row. But you go to these things, even the horror conventions. No one says you have to participate. Just walk through like you're at a Mardi Gras. Well, there was a guy there dressed like Speed Racer. Right.
Oh, he was Speed Racer.
Right. Well,
I took a picture of him because he would go into the Speed Racer pose, or maybe it was he stole the moves from the Flash. He's got the moves Flash.
No, I asked. I go, hey, Speed, do you mind if I take your picture? Because they don't like it when you take it without them asking. Right? And he goes, yeah, sure. And he did the pose.
Speed, like that's you know him so well now. He calls him Speed,
but
Mr. Racer to you.
He did the pose that Speed Racer has on the cartoon where he like spin around.
Yeah.
But this guy had a white helmet, a blue shirt, a yellow ascot, white pants, and what racing gloves on. And
I thought he was a good humor man. I
thought he was a king of the virgins. But but it's weird because like he's not getting paid to do it. But it's getting attention in the nerd world, and he loved it. These people love dressing up like that. There's another girl that dressed too.
I took his picture and I said, "There's Speed Racer in his full regalia," and I put under it, "the world's best Uber driver."
Okay. That's right, he did. Yeah. But
I was impressed with the toy convention because. I collect toys, and I understand a lot of the toys that are a little bit more modern. I'm not into. I'm into like cowboys and Indians, and
It was a very neat day, and we got like little. I got that. I got something else. I've got a classy Freddie Blassie doll because you can't have too many of them.
It was good to see fathers out there with their kids doing something besides listening to people in drag read fairy tales.
I paid $5 for a Freddie Blassie doll. I went home and priced it. That usually goes for $65 to $85. But
and they gave out free at the toy convention Monster energy drinks.
Yes,
which I had 2 of, and I was spinning like that freaking centrifuge.
Our producer, the studio owner here, is Jim. He's been off sugar for about a month. I swear to God, Monster energy.
Sweet.
Monster energy drinks, it's like alien blood in the movie Alien. It burns through. It's a Mountain Dew on steroids. It's a sugar monster thing. So we go there on the way home. Wid has some people have gaydar or a sixth sense about things. Right. Wid his Goodwill store, Salvation Army store, senses started tingling.
Oh, yeah.
We found a thrift store on Street Road, and it was gigantic. And I always thought it was like a religious thrift store. This was a gigantic store, and that's where I got this blue jacket at. But
John, don't tell people about that. Don't take all the good stuff.
It's on 123
How
Fake
are you gonna,
Street.
How are you going to be in the eBay business, okay,
Oh.
if you give away your honey holes? No, John. It was a wonderful place.
Wid picked up something really neat. He picked a raccoon mascot, football team mascot, raccoon head. It's just the head part, not the body part. Now, if you were Italian, you just take your shirt off, but you can't tell. But it's a really neat place. But so all in all, it was a good day. I got this. You got that. I got a Freddie Blassie doll.
But the thrift store was also having, their Halloween stuff out early, okay? So I got myself a couple. I got my clown hat. I got I got a mask. I got that big thing, and I got. But the thing that got away was from Ghostbusters, the big blow up.
Oh yeah, the Marshmallow Man outfit.
The Marshmallow Man, okay.
And it's
stay fresh, stay puffed.
I think you inflate it with a hairdryer.
It's like all those inflatable things. There's some universal thing that's out there.
It's like my
and
honeymoon.
If there isn't, it should be on Shark Tank.
Oh. And there was a girl. There's a girl working there, a real hot blonde girl who looked like Wednesday from the Addams Family, but only with blonde hair. But all in all, that was our weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, this went a little bit long. All right. That was our weekend. But people, that's it for this episode of Kensil Culture.
I'm the legendary Wid. Right here is John Kensil. We're also comedians ready to be hired and have a good time at your location. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe and push that bell.
And ring and tell your friends, share this. Ring the bell, subscribe, and tell your friends. And that's it for this episode of Kensil Culture.
Peace.